Oh no, not an echo. Definitely not an echo. Right, okay, so let's get busting on into this thing, this crazy thing that we're going to do. There's going to be no phonics this evening, unfortunately, but I hope the sound levels are okay and all of that good stuff. Hello to people. Hello to people. Alright, let's just bust the head on into game number 1. Oh yes, and I will talk a little bit about what's going to happen on Thursday with regards to the castit free-for-all, as this game is starting up. Oh, I can't wait! Yay! Fantastic. I do believe the chat is even working today, so that is all awesome. Oh yeah! Yes! Right. Oh, it's been too long. It's been too hard. Too long and too hard. Uh-oh. That does not sound good at all. That does not sound good at all. Come on. Load, you spanner. Let's get rid of this. I hope the levels are alright, and I hope that the chat is working. Is the chat working? Is the chat working? Chat? Ooh. I don't know. Yeah, it is. Sweet. So let's introduce our players in the top right-hand corner today of the map, which is, of course, Daybreak. Oh! Let's switch it into full screen mode. We have our red Zerg player who goes by the name of Drop. Fantastic. And in the bottom left-hand corner today, we have our blue Terran who goes by the name of Viper XK. XK being, of course, some of the coolest letters you can put after the word Viper. Yeah! So that's about that. Fantastic. So these are amateur games from the subreddit of Castit. The replay timer is showing fart. That's not meant to be there. Let's get rid of that. And let's add that on. And let's get rid of my horrible mug. Yeah. No. Fiddling. Fiddling around with stuff. Never good. Fiddling around. Fiddling around. Okay. There we go. No. Yeah. There we go. Sweet as a nut. Fantastic. Eek! Oh! And I thought I was so ready. I thought I was ready to cast. Balls. Absolute balls. But there we are. And must I say, this game is looking absolutely fresh today because I have my lovely glasses on and they're new and I've very rarely worn glasses, but I got told that I need to by an optician who probably just wanted to make some money, but there you go. So it's going to be a TVZ, which is, of course, one of the best lovely, delightful matchups that I actually know of. Simply because of the way that Banelings work against Marines. I don't know if anybody else loves it quite as much as I, but I really do. Meanwhile, actually, in the third base right here of our Zerg player Drop, we have a barracks being built by the cheeky Viper. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So that's not good. Viper has got something planned for his opponent, and he is going to be doing some really nasty cheese, some cheesy cheese, and we'll just see what happens. I wonder, actually, if Viper's going to be putting a bunker down any place soon and be harassing his Zerg opponent heavily with it. I really hope that he will. I'm just interested to see what's going on. This SCV looks like it is up to trouble, and we're probably going to get our wish. The resolution, I run StarCraft in windowed 1080, and I believe the resolution on stream is 720. Yeah, so XSplit down converts it for me, because XSplit's such a good boy. Oh, alright. So, spawning pool just finishing up right now, and actually it's a very good timing indeed. I don't think that Drop actually knows how good the timing is right now, but he will of course need those all-important Zerglings to defend himself against this harassment. And he sees the bunker goes down straight away, he puts the Lings down, ready to go, but they're rallied off to the tower. And I mean, this couldn't have gone much better for Viper XK. You know, like, Drop didn't have that many lava ready to go or anything like that. He's got 4 Marines now already here. He can defend himself against quite a lot of Zerglings already. And actually SCV's coming up here from Viper as well. So we're going to have an explosive start to this game. All of the drones being pulled off here by Drop. And I predict a lot of drones dying. Oh my goodness. I can't say that I think this is a good idea from Drop to be pulling off all of his drones like this. He may eventually get the bunker down, but I doubt it. Oh man, he needs to be careful not to lose that queen, putting down the inject before any more shenanigans come down. And actually, this is looking really deadly from Viper already. These Marines here are probably going to be able to snipe the queen, but they're not quite paying attention. They run back to base. Oh man, so really nice explosive start to the game here from Viper XK. The SCVs looked like they were going to go into the mineral line, but maybe not, and actually drops base here. Not looking fantastic at all. Nice sneaky bunker on the high ground there from Viper XK. It's something I was hoping that we might actually see happen in order to magnify the cheekiness of this maneuver. And obviously, this hatchery is probably going to go down here from drop. Unfortunately, I mean, he's got so many larvae there. Oh man, the gas goes down. I expect we're going to see quite a few roaches coming out fairly soon because the marine count is building right now. Or at least it's high. And man, Drop's going to need something. Drop is going to need an injection to help himself out here and stop this horrible, horrible terror and aggression. And the best part about this for Viper is he's barely lost any units at all. He's lost 3 units, and he can salvage these bunkers and get away clean. He's done loads of damage. He's done so much damage here. And it looks as though Drop is actually just going to be going straight ahead for some aggression right here. And who can freaking blame him when in Rome, you know? Meanwhile, Viper capitalizing on how far ahead he is, getting an expansion up. And lots of bunkers too. I think these bunkers will be finished by the time the Zerglings get there, but we'll simply have to see about that one. And fairly nice splitting there by Viper, but it's actually fairly pointless, seeing as these Marines are just going to have to run away. And actually, Viper could be in a little bit of trouble right here. There's quite a lot of Zerglings. They don't have speed though, and I'm sure these Marines will probably see them off. Whew, crikey. So Viper there getting really, really far ahead in the early stages of the game. That's just what he wanted. He's denied the natural expansion of the Zerg there. In fact, he's just destroyed it. It wasn't a denial, it was destroying. And that's even better because, of course, Drop had spent 300 minerals on building it in the first place. And the bunker is still there. And we will just see if this bunker can hold on and actually menace this hatchery another day. I don't know about taking the Marines out of the bunker there from Viper, but you know what? That is fine because he's done so much damage already. You really, really can't sniff at how much damage Viper has actually done with this attack. So a great, great opening for him currently. The gas here, man, I'm really, really thinking, is it going to be roaches or banelings to transition into layer into the mid-game? Because that, of course, is what roaches are so good at, allowing the Zerg player to transition safely and smoothly into the mid-game. And it is going to be some banelings coming out. And, of course, Viper's splitting, actually, I've cast quite a lot of Viper before, and I know for a fact his splitting is very, very good. In fact, I believe last Tuesday I cast a game, and he charged a Terran siege line with like 20 Marines and 3 medvacs, split the Marines as he was running, great attack, and simply one of the best acts of micro I've actually seen in StarCraft. It was really, really good. Really good. And keeping in mind that Viper is actually a diamond level player as well, so we can all feel warm and happy that he is that good. And he is part of the castit community, and he is almost there every... He's on castit pretty much all the time. Goodness me, my brain just went a bit mental there. And actually, wow, Drop's creep spread's really, really nice. That's one thing that he does have going for him at the moment. I mean, keeping in mind the way he was harassed there, his creep spread has been fairly good, really. And let's have a look at the map vision for our players here. Drop has pretty good map vision too. You know, he's going to see when all of these crafty little things happen. He's got the watchtower, and he's got an overlord in a very nice, all-important position here, just above this glowing box. Also scouting for a third base as well, which is something that Viper could have probably taken. Simply because of how much freaking damage that opening attack did. Man, Drop is going to have to pull something fairly special out of his arse in order to come back from this kind of freaky attack. Oh yeah. Really, really, really. Oh, an NG Bay going down on the third base here of Drop, obviously stopping the the third base here from Drop as well. And hello, Viper, in the chat. Yeah, more people. More people. It's always fun. This is unfortunately the last Tuesday that I will be casting before Christmas, because next Tuesday is Christmas Day. Well, we'll all be getting a bit pissed. By that I mean drunk and not angry. And generally having a good time, receiving gifts. Unfortunately, no Heart of the Swarm just yet, but you know, what can you hope for? Wings of Liberty is a pretty good game. So Viper actually goes ahead and puts down a drop right there, and let's go ahead and see what he saw. Well, it was around this area. That was terrible casting by me right there. And we know, Viper knows that there's Banelings on the field right now. You know, he knows the double engineering base down, so he knows that our Zerg player is probably going to be shifting into a more economical solution for his woes. Oh, woes, indeed. And I want to know what's going to go down here, but I'm pretty sure Viper is very, very ahead at this point in time. And actually, interestingly, Viper are going for a bio orientated kind of play here. He's got loads and loads of barracks down. He's got he's getting his upgrades. Goodness me, what's going on today? Now I know that this is actually a play that Viper prefers because his micro is so freaking good. Oh yes, his micro is very, very good. Indicated actually by the double drop coming up. We've got one medvac coming in the main and another one coming into what I presume is going to be scouting out the natural. Anyway, here we go. These Marines do have stim. The 1+ weapons is about to finish along with 1+ armor, and actually maybe Viper just going to come in here and try and kill all the overlords, maybe get into the mineral line and do some damage to the drones. But Drop not actually reacting too quickly there. Are we going to see some legendary Viper splitting? No, unfortunately not, but that may be because meanwhile the third base has been destroyed here from Drop. Oh dear, Drop not having a good day at all, but that is what happens when you play Viper. Viper is a good player. He's a really good player, actually. And a Spore Crawler, a load of Spore Crawlers actually going down in retaliation from this. Oh man, Centrifugal Hooks, perhaps one of the coolest upgrades in the game, simply because of the way that the name sounds, is going down right now. And of course that causes Banelings to do little roly-polies all over the place and makes them a little bit more cuter than they already are, which previously I thought was a completely impossible thing. But no, that was some French right there. Viper XK, he's going to be going ahead and getting his 2+ weapons, 2+ armor. The upgrade train does not stop a-rolling. Not while Viper XK is about. Oh yeah. So it definitely looks like Drop is looking after taking his third base right here. Meanwhile, there's another drop in the main base here by Viper, and he's just going to be taking out the Spore Crawlers. Of course, they're not really in range to do any damage to the medvacs or anything like that. Some Zerglings are going to come in, and actually these Marines and Marauders are going to want to get straight back into that medvac, lest they die on the cold rock that is Daybreak. But they're going to all die anyway, because Mutalisks have arrived. Oh dear. Oh well. Poor times. Not good. Not good. Meanwhile, there's another drop right here from Viper. Whew, and all of the Marines make it away unharmed, but I'm sure the Mutalisks is going to close in and make these Marines pay for the Zerglings that they have just killed. So Viper XK making Drop live up to his name, dropping left, right, and center. Ooh, that Marine got fried. Oh dear, Mr. Marine, that was horrible for you, wasn't it? Absolutely horrible. So, Drop is going to be taking it to Viper right now. Oh yes, and actually it's a fairly good move. Viper showing some nice intuition, kind of forward thought, and going, oh god, there's probably Mutalisks incoming, you know, I'm going to get my Marines, I'm going to stim them and run all the way around the place and try and chew through these Mutas, because let's not forget, Mutalisks are actually light biological, and there's nothing that Marines kill better than light biological. Apart from maybe everything, because Marines are awesome. Oh, god, Marines are so freaking good. We have the combat shields on the way, and at this point in time, Viper XK still very, very far ahead indeed. And actually, if these Marines get underneath the Mutas here, that could be really, really seriously bad news for Drop. He managed to get the Mutas out of the way. But good, I mean, look how quickly those Zerglings disappeared. Absolutely criminal, but the Marines don't feel that way at all. They feel happy. They feel happy. Oh yes, these Mutalisks want to be extremely careful. There are so many Marines running around, and there's nothing that Marines like better than to kill off Lots and lots of Mutalisks at a second's notice. Oh my goodness, craziness. Absolutely craziness. Coming on down right here. Wow, and the upgrades do not stop for Viper. 3-3 on the way. I think we've had upgrades end on end right now, but I think Viper's probably going to be thinking about expanding pretty dang soon. You know, he's been on 2 base for a while. He's been harassed a little bit, and he'll want to make that smooth transition. But Drop hasn't actually managed to kill that many workers, so Viper's still in a pretty good state. Not too bad. But these Marines are just going to flee from the tiny men with guns, and that's absolutely fine. That's probably what you would want them to do in the first place. And oh no, Mutalist dying! Oh dear, Drop! Drop has just lost so many Mutalisks all of a sudden, just from a little bit of miss micro, maybe even a misclick, and that is exactly not what Drop wanted to happen. Those Mutalisks, man, they were going to be in specific battles, like the Zergling Surround, maybe some Banelings. Oh, not just flying into a load of Marines like that. We see scans coming down on the natural and the 4th base right there of Drop. Viper seeing there's no 4th. He sees the natural, no Banelings. He might actually feel inclined just to walk straight up that ramp. Or maybe he's going to hook round and kill off the 3rd, because at least then he can kind of fall back. And the Automatron being pushed along there, he's not happy about that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. And here we go. We have an attack coming in. It's going to be killing off the Spore Crawler straight away. The SCV here is leading the charge. Oh, man. So many Banelings. Baneling Alicia's coming up right here. And this is this load of Marines' worst nightmare right here. Speed Banelings on creep. But look at the splitting right there from Viper. It's very, very good splitting. Or at least it is for a amateur player. So that's freaking good stuff. Viper can be pretty happy that this many Marines and Marauders have survived. It's a fairly efficient transfer between Marines and Marauders there, and I definitely think that Viper's going to be able to pick off maybe the entire hatchery, or maybe these drones right here. More Baneling is going to be rolling in right now, and this is definitely going to be the end for these poor old Marines and Marauders. Or is it? And it almost definitely is. Meanwhile, the 3rd base of Viper has been completely, well, set up, and it is ready to go. The Planetary Fortress is just kind of sat there, but there is another base in the main. Another base in the main, another drop in the main, and it's going to kill the hive! Is it going to kill the hive? No, it's not going to kill the hive. These queens here are sitting and spitting at the hive, which, of course, as everybody knows, spitting on things makes them feel better. If you go to the doctor, they will blow their nose on you to make you feel better. Or at least they would in Zergland. And, oh my goodness, Viper now knows. He knows, man, that hive is very, very soon to be dead. And that is something that he will want to kill off for obvious reasons. I mean, for tech reasons, it will stop Drop from getting a Great Aspire or anything like that. So, of course, it is a primary target. Absolutely. Unfortunately, they're about to transfuse, but you know what? Can't win them all. Oh, well. Meanwhile, there are a lot of Zerglings and Banelings here, and are these Marines going to get picked up? Are they going to get picked up? Yes, they are. And actually, it wouldn't surprise me if they're just going to go straight off and finish off the hive. I bet Drop's thinking about this in the back of his head, going, oh god, my poor hive is ruined. There's so little health on my hive. But no, actually, Viper's just going to be pulling back, playing it nice and safe. Went ahead, get more ahead. He's definitely ahead at this point. We have 3 Zerg bases up in the game, and then 1 down. And an Ultralisk Cavern coming up for Drop. Oh, Ultralisks, Ultralisks, Ultralisks. A load of Marines coming in here. Their mission surely to destroy the hive. Are they just going to go straight for the hive, or are they going to kill off an extractor first? Oh man, it's going to be the hive. Can they do it? Can they do it? No! Oh, it's a good thing that Medvacs can load in Marines extremely quickly. Otherwise, all of these guys would have died. Oh, fantastic. And here we go. We have the army of Viper coming in to descend on the armies of Drop. And he's going to need to do some fairly good splitting here to avoid the Baneling hits that are surely going to come. 2 Baneling hits go down. Very, very nice hits from Drop. They're fortunate, and it actually looks like Drop might be able to take a break if he can get the 38 Zerglings he is producing into this army and do some damage, because the army from Viper here is looking smaller than usual. But meanwhile, the hive has gone down, and this is horrible for Drop. 60 supply, and oh my goodness, he's got the Ultralisk Cavern up, but he does not have the economy to support building loads and loads of Ultralisks. at all. He is on one base currently. He's got another building, but it just won't be enough with how much Viper is doing. Oh, many people think and say and basically preach that Ultralisks can lose you games quite quickly. And this doesn't look like it will be a exception for Drop at the moment. It's all looking a bit worrying for him indeed. Meanwhile, more Marines coming in here, and they're going to go after the spawning pool. That would not surprise me. Infestation pick just as good, making sure that Drop can't get those fungal growths, can't freeze the Marines in place as Banelings chase after them. And man, Viper is getting all of the good snipes off right here. All of the good snipes, and I definitely think the ball right here is extremely rolling into Viper's court. Drop just has not had an edge. He's not had an opportunity to break out of this and do lots and lots of damage, or in fact really muster up any sort of large army. Meanwhile, there's another drop here in the third, and Drop's going to want to be careful about how he deals with this, because of course the Marines and Marauders can just be picked up like that and left go and kill off another day. And oh my goodness, this hatchery is almost dead again, and Viper XK here playing a pretty much model TVZ. Pretty much model. The layer comes up right now, and Drop is in a lot of trouble. Drop is in a lot of trouble. That is the best way you can say it. We've got Drops in the third coming in. They are probably going to kill off this hatchery. I don't think the army here from Drop is going to be fast enough to even save it faintly. And these Marines and Marauders, they can just get loaded straight back into the medvac and have fun. Meanwhile, there is another drop coming into the main, which will actually get cleared up quite quickly. Oh, but the Baneling nest is coming down. And this is horrible. This is horrible. Viper playing a very clear dropping game, and I can't imagine many things worse than this for Drop. Many things more frustrating than this at all. Oh dear. I mean, Drop is just going to have to go all or nothing in a minute, I swear down, because at this point in time it's looking all a little bit disastrous. Little bit disastrous. A new spawning pool is coming down for Drop, and of course he will need that to spawn his Zerglings and his drones. Very key important parts of Zerg armies. And Viper, meanwhile, he's still just chilling out on the 3 bases. This game is going to be over. Viper has absolutely dominated his opponent into the floor. So that's absolutely excellent play from Viper. And he just keeps dropping, keeps on dropping. And I can't think of any way that this could get worse for Drop. Anyway. Like, Viper's just coming in and picking off absolutely everything here. And it looks like Drop maybe want to be heading out and doing something, but instead he's just going to head out and probably go and get himself a McDonald's to feel better. And who can blame him? Because that was absolutely horrific. Really nice play there from really nice play there from Viper. Good freaking stuff all round. Oh yeah, good times. All right, so let's shift it into game number 2. Oh yeah. Game number 2. Alright, so I really hope that Gregory is around. Because this next game is from a submitter called Gregory. And I cast Gregory last week, and the problem with what happened to Gregory is that essentially, oh, hey, it's Gregory. Sweet. Eat. There we are. Oh, wow, it takes me embarrassingly long to type. Why do I even need to type? I don't know. But the story is this. I cast Gregory last week, and basically Twitch went wrong, and Gregory couldn't see the game that I cast for him, and it was all very upsetting and just nasty. So I'm doing it again, but with a different game that you've submitted earlier on in the week, as a special kind of thing. Also, this will be the first game to be uploaded as a VOD on the website. That's right, I'm so pretentious, I have a website. In the bottom left-hand corner today, we have our Red Protoss, who goes by the name of Laserbeam. Sweet. And in the top left-hand corner, right-hand corner, right, left, we have Gregory, who is our Blue Protoss. Fantastic. So it is going to be a delectable PvP. Both of those things are probably good, delightful and delectable. My freaking favourites. Oh yeah, not bad at all. So, what can we see from a PvP? That's right, what can we see from a PvP? Maybe, perhaps we might see some 3 Stalker aggression going into an expand, perhaps. That's my favourite, currently. I hope maybe we'll see some Phoenix play. Ooh, I always love a bit of Phoenix play. And actually, Gregory here being a clever chap and going around and scouting the entirety of his base, just in case there's any shenanigans coming down from Laser Beam. Laser Beam. I mean, a Protoss player's name, Laser Beam, it's a pretty good name, really. Not bad at all. I can't really think of many other names that would be totally suitable for a Protoss player. Laser Beam would definitely be one of them. Yes, that is true. But I'm just wondering. I'm wondering what we're going to see. And of course, maybe everyone else is wondering too. Perhaps. Who knows? I don't know. Oh, no. So let's take this time to talk about the free-for-all that's going to happen on Thursday. The thing is, I'm not going to cast this time next week at 8 PM, just like I usually do every Tuesday. Not going to do it, because it's Christmas Day, and I'm going to be going out to the pub and getting a few drinks down my kind self, just like I hope all of you fellows will be doing as well, and it'll be lovely and a good time had by all. So what we're going to do is a free-for-all on Thursday, probably starting at 6 PM, and I want people from Castit to come and participate and be on this free-for-all, because that would just be all levels of fun. We've already got about 5 or so people coming and doing it. This should just be wicked amounts of fun, and we'll just have to see. So we have Gregory here coming down, and he looks like he's going to have 2 gateways and a robo. Well, it looks like it. He is having it, because that's what he's building. Ooh, yeah. So maybe we might actually see some sort of trying to get early Colossus out from Gregory. Who knows? I mean, his robo is actually pretty dang early, so he's definitely going to have the Immortal edge, whatever happens. And Immortals are so freaking good in PvP, because one of the standard things you might actually get in PvP is the Stalker, and Immortals, well, they eat them alive. Oh, yes, they do. So the pylon has finished up here for Gregory. That makes me think, obviously, that we're going to see some shenanigans here from the Gregman himself. But we're just going to have to freaking well see. Yes, yes, oh yay. Oh, I like PvP. I actually really, really do. I never used to. I used to hate it, but there you are. Strange how the palette changes from year to year. Yeah. So there we go. We do have that Immortal queued up from Gregory. And of course, the Cybernetics Core working away at the Warp Gate research. Actually, Laserbeam has got his Warp Gate research a little bit faster than Gregory. I'm not sure these are quite off the level that matter so much, but Warp Gate research is very, very, very important indeed, because if Gregory managed to get that timing attack off before Laserbeam has his, just as a scenario, has his Warp Gate research finished, then he'd be screwed, really. That's basically what's going on. But actually, it looks like we've kind of got a yin-yang situation here, where both players have put a pylon down, but never mind that. This is far more exciting. We have cheese from Laserbeam. Fantastic. We have a 3-gate with pylons building outside Gregory's base, which he's seen, and which are going to die, and Laserbeam will not get the cancel of, unfortunately. And here we go. We have Stalkers going to come up the ramp right now, and this is not a good situation for Laserbeam at all, because these Immortals are just going to blast away the Stalkers pretty hard. The Immortals will have to be fairly careful about the Zealots, though, because obviously Zealots, fantastic against Immortals. Anything that will do a fairly medium to small amount of damage per hit and hits quickly is always good against an Immortal. So Zerglings, man, so good against Immortal. These Zealots coming in and trying to do their best to chase after the Immortal, but no, Immortal man can run away. But actually, this harassment here from Laserbeam, not going too badly. Neither player actually producing probes at the moment, so of course this will not be an economically viable push for Laserbeam. So he will actually have to probably just come back and stop, lower the heart rate, put on the Zumba DVD, and just have a good old workout. That made no sense, but I'm working towards it. Gregory, though, has the situation firmly in hand. Both players still at 23-ish harvesters. And that's fine. Whatever they like. That's groovy, dude. That's groovy. Oh, yeah. Another mortal coming out right now, and actually Laserbeam by now should probably be thinking, yeah, about getting his 6 facility, because Immortals, they're just freaking great. I love them. I love them. Can't get enough. I like them almost as much as I like lemon meringue pie, and that's my favourite. Oh yeah. We have a robotics bay from Gregory, and he's definitely winning the race to Colossus at the moment, and in PvP, largely, the race to Colossus is key. Whoever can get their Colossus up as fast as humanly possible has a much better chance of winning a game than somebody who can't get their Colossus up as fast as possible. Neither playing go for an expand just yet. They're in a kind of holding pattern. And actually, funnily enough, a Twilight Council coming down right now for Laserbeam. And that, of course, will mean that we're probably going to see some funky charge action, or at least charge. The Zealot upgrade is something that you would probably want to see in this situation from Laserbeam, simply as his opponent does in fact have Robotech. You know, he has all this stuff, and you need to get the Zealots that can close in fast, especially against Colossus. But we're just going to have to see how it goes. For a minute there, I thought that maybe one of these pylons would be a Dark Shrine, but no, not today. Not today. Ooh, yeah. We have to wonder what this Twilight Council here for Laserbeam is actually all about, and whether or not he is going to check it out, as I believe the Beastie Boys sang. But we'll just have to see. Neither player, again, have actually expanded yet, so we're just going to have to really go ahead and feel this one through. No one's at a definite advantage here. Gregory, obviously, ahead. Oh, and he's going to be the first to expand. The Colossus coming down the hill. But still, no Colossus tech or anything like that for Laserbeam. And he is going to go ahead and get his Templar Archives. Now, if this is for High Templar, I'm not sure I agree with it. Simply because the Protoss army, the majority of it is armoured. That's the thing, or mechanical. And Psystorm doesn't work as well against armoured units. In fact, because of the shield that all of the Protoss units hold, Psystorm is probably not anywhere, well, it's definitely not anywhere near as good as a Colossus Beam, but it really depends how many Psystorms you can get off in one place, I suppose. Both players are going to be leaning to expanding at roughly the same time, though. And actually, Laserbeam's going to have a nice scout round to see what's going on. He's probably going to get to about here and go, oh no, there's a robotics bay and a facility and they're working and I don't have Colossus. And that's never ever a good feeling in a PvP. The other option, of course, is if Laserbeam makes these lovely High Templars into Archons, which is possible, because Archons are freaking great. They're really good. They do have the psionic category in their name, and of course that definitely means that they are some of the most resilient units in the game, because the psionic shield is actually the best one. Oh yeah. But I really think it might be a great idea if Laserbeam went ahead and got his charge right now. Yeah. Charge would really help him. I mean, charge might even sway a battle right here, because if Gregory doesn't have it and Laserbeam does, that's a definite advantage. That's something that's actually pretty clear-cut and cool about Protosses. Their ability upgrades really affect how the game kind of plays out. I suppose that's the same in most ways, but what I'm kind of trying to say is, in a ZVZ, both the guys in the ZVZ are going to get metabolic boost, right? That's like what they will do. But in a PvP, the guy who will get charge or blink and will have a major advantage if his opponent doesn't, and it's actually a little bit less common that both players will get those things at once. Nevertheless, we have a Warp Prism out here for Laserbeam, and are we going to see the famed Immortal drops coming into the main? I really hope we are. That'd be so much fun. Oh, and I can't wait. The Laserbeam thinking to himself, how am I going to beat this guy who's got loads of Colossus? I know, I'll get a Dark Shrine. Yeah, Dark Shrine! That's not really BM or anything like that. But then again, I suppose Dark Shrine are a unit. Well, Dark Templar even are a unit just like any other. Laser Beam is going to scout the cheeky pylon here from Gregory and probably move out and destroy it. Yeah, there we go. And actually, both sides have a pretty good scout on each other here. They know exactly what's going on. If we see Laser Beam here, well, he can see Gregory's army. Gregory can see Laser Beam's army. There's no confusion into what is going on right here. But actually, Gregory does not know about the Dark Shrine being on the way at all. And actually, I think he doesn't know about the Warp Prism either. I mean, there's certainly nothing in the back of his base waiting for a Warp Prism drop. But there's definitely one on the way. Oh! 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 Don't know what happened there with my voice box. But, I mean, Gregory has enough production right here to come out and just murder his opponent. Neither player actually have upgrades yet, which is something that you might see in lower leagues, because obviously in a mirror matchup, upgrades are so important. They're so very important indeed. But here we go, Laser Beam coming in with Zealots into the main base of Gregory, and Gregory needs to act fast and come out and try and combat these Zealots, and he has successfully. 6 workers killed right there by that attack from Laser Beam. Colossus and the Zealot there having a one-on-one. Oh man, the DTs, are they going to go in the Warp Prism? No. No, no. That's fine, but we'll just have to, we'll go on DT cam and see how they fare. How are you going to fare, guys? How are you going to fare? They're going to fare beautifully, with one going into the main and one going into the natural, and this could be pretty difficult for Gregory. I don't think he's got an observer anywhere near. Actually, as well, Laser Beam going ahead and targeting down the robotics facility as well, which will hopefully, for Laser Beam, stop Gregory from getting that observer out in time. It's going to be a narrow thing. It's going to be a race in time, and are we going to see it? Wow, more Zealots coming in the back here from Laser Beam, and actually this is exactly not what Gregory wanted to happen. The observer coming out just in time. Really, really luckily there for Gregory, the observer coming out, but this DT, man, he has 18 kills. He is now the master. Oh, he's just changed to Executor. Okay, so 26 workers killed. That has to hurt for Gregory. Okay, and it's now 40 workers to 28. So, of course, Laser Beam now has the edge. Gregory is just going to move out. Screw the opponent who has the edge. I'm just going to go try and murder you. That's the plan. That is the freaking plan. So, any minute now, the Gears of War will start grinding and Gregory will come forward. But you have to wonder why Laser Beam hasn't been putting more DTs into the base of Gregory here. I think it's because Gregory has detection now, but we can only go ahead and see. And actually, Laser Beam's harassment is going very, very well indeed. Well, very reasonably well, but does he know about the threat that is coming? He does. The Zealot just gets annihilated, and here we go. We have a big attack coming up. Where's the army of Laser Beam? It's massively out of position, and it will just allow Gregory to walk through the base and completely murder everything until Laser Beam comes up the ramp and engages. But at the moment, the army is sitting there and having a picnic and not really doing anything. So, Gregory is just going to have free reign to destroy the natural base. I think maybe Laser Beam thinks he's got something going on here, but Gregory warping in more Zealots. It looks safe. Oh man, here we go, the pylon's coming down right there for Laser Beam, and this is not good. The army still noshing on delicious sandwiches, waiting for the ideal opportunity to strike, which should have been about 4 minutes ago when he saw the army moving across the map. But no, no, no! We will wait until the entire base is destroyed. That is the key strategy of Laser Beam's plan right now. Laser Beam coming in and going to be moving in, and maybe might even be able to get some lucky positioning off with his Zealots. And here we go, we have the major attack. Quite a lot of Laser Beam's units are stuck on the ramp here, which is never ever a good position to be in. And if the Colossus of Gregory get targeted down, Laser Beam might be able to stand a fighting chance here. They have been targeted down, and Gregory might get crushed, but we'll just have to see. There's more Immortals there for Laser Beam, and this is going to get more and more interesting indeed as Laser Beam manages to save the remainder of his base, but he's lost so much. Gregory has been charting up. And Gregory going, well, poop. Well, poop does sum up a... oh, Laser Beam GGing. Who's Laser Beam GGing? Is he doing a BM preemptive GG? Oh no. All of a sudden I'm cheering for Gregory quite strongly. I hate it when people go GG. And you're like, I'm not done yet, I'm not done yet. And they're like, no, no, GG, I've won. I hate people who do that. God, I hate it. I heard somewhere, it may be a rumour, I heard somewhere if you preemptively GG in a Korean tournament, you get kicked out of the tournament. That is the way StarCraft should work. And here we go, we have Gregory coming with loads and loads of zealots coming out. And nice force fields there from Laserbeam. But the fact that he isn't microing any of this backwards is only going to work to his complete and utter disadvantage. Really completely scuppering his nice force fields by just not microing his units at all. Oh dear, so there we go, Laserbeam is set to lose everything. A force field holding up a few stalkers, but it just will not be enough. Uh-oh. Gregory has the time, he has the patience, he can come out. He can win this, man. He can win this. Oh yeah. And that, I'm sure, is what is going to happen at this point in time. Because if we look at the main base here of Laserbeam, he has 3 gateways. He has a Templar Archives, and that's it. So we're just going to have to see how Laserbeam deals with the ball coming out from Gregory right now and the preemptive GG from Laserbeam. I bet he feels certainly pretty silly right now. The High Templar there trying to give some stalkers a man hug, trying to make friends, and Laserbeam has left the game. Oh, GG! GG! I'll give you 4 Gs. 4 Gs. Oh yeah. Alright. So that was freaking awesome. Yeah, and we'll move on and go ahead into game number 3. Oh yeah. Number 3. 3! Is there anyone in the chat? No! No! Alright. No. Alright, cool. So, ooh. Good luck, have fun, mate, says Solfax. Awesome. Solfax, a pretty good guy himself. A community member of Castit. Good times. The map, Antigua Shipyard. The players, Phil Butel. In the left-hand corner, and up top here as the blue Terran, it's Solfax. Fantastic. Yay. Yay. Awesome. So, let's get into this. Let's get into this game. Oh yeah, let's get into this game. Oh, hello, Dawson Fate in the chat. Dawson Fett. Sweet. Let's get into this freaky cool game. Phil Butel. Phil Butel. This is a PvT. We're just going to have to see really where it gets to, because the game in PvT can become so dynamic so dang quickly after the 15-minute mark, because the Protoss has access to all of the technologies that they need to beat Terran effectively, like High Templar and Colossus and all of that good stuff. So we're just going to have to see how it works out right here in times of teching. Oh yeah. But Butol actually stealing both of his opponent's gas here, adding up to 150 minerals spent. And the gateway is certainly late. This is a bronze game, isn't it? Detective Me is saying that this is a bronze game because we have reached the 2-minute 36 and the gateway is going down right now. Oh yeah, both the gas have been stolen, and of course no cheese or anything to follow it up. He's just going to steal the gas and be completely chilling. But we do have a forge coming out on top of the ramp, and obviously that does say that we're going to see some teching, or at least it would. But the fact that he put his gateway down so late makes me think that this guy does not follow the rules. He does not follow the rules at all. Oh, this is certainly a disconcerting sight for any Terran. Oh, I've got assimilators on my geysers. That's never good. That's never good at all. And actually, it doesn't affect Terran too bad, because they can still make Marines. And well, Marines are really good units, especially in mass. So I think if Solfax just went, you know what, screw it, I'm going to get tons and tons of Marines. I'm going to roll your ass over. Stuff would work out there for Solfax. Stuff will work out. It'll all be fun and games. But that is, of course, what StarCraft is anyway. All fun and games. Butol not actually making anything at the moment. He's decided that making stuff is for people who aren't cool. Alright. So the assimilator is going to be coming down. In fact, both the assimilators are really going to be coming down. And Butol at 16 supply at 18 minutes. What he's doing here is the classic game of let's get no buildings, or let's get them all in a funny order, or let's potentially get supply blocked. Who knows? Who knows? Anything's open. I mean, the gameplay could greatly improve. It could, like, whoo, wow, it could get great all of a sudden. But who freaking knows? I don't know. I have no idea. But meanwhile, we have loads and loads of Marines coming here, and they are going to be taking away the assimilator from the grips of Philibert. Oh yeah, that was kind of French Elvis Presley. That was good stuff. So Solfax is going to be going ahead and taking a early command center. It's a standard kind of Terran play that you might see against a Protoss. I have no idea why there's a pylon here from Filibertuto. Phil. I have no idea why there's a pylon here from Phil, but I'm sure it's all going to be part of his master plan, and we're just going to have to see what happens. I mean, no doubt that he'll be able to warp stuff in here in the future, and that's, you know, warping stuff in the furthest place away from your opponent's base is a skill that is required sometimes. Maybe you'll be running away. Maybe that'll be happening. Who knows? Right, cool. So, what's the plan, short man? Phil is going for his robotics bay. Fantastic, and that obviously means that we are going to see Colossus coming out. Colossus, the destroyer of worlds, are going to be coming out and trying to walk all over the face of Solfax. We're just going to have... We're like, I need to stop. We're going to have to see. That's bad, man. You can't keep saying that. We're just going to have to see, really. It don't work like that. Doesn't work like that. No. But actually, Philibotol is going for his weapons upgrades, and this kind of connects into something that a bronze player told me once. And he goes, I read somewhere, and actually this sounds pretty plausible. He goes, I read somewhere that you can divide up your production into 3 separate areas, and these 3 separate areas are tech and upgrades, their economy, and their army. So you can focus on expanding loads, you can focus on getting tech and upgrades, or you can focus on your economy. And you can only focus on 2 of these things per game. At the moment, we know that Phil Butol is actually focusing on his teching and his economy. By that logic. That is what we can definitely see, seeing as he has taken a secret expansion. So secretive, guarded by the photon cannon of destiny, who we shall call Ben. Yeah, you should be called Ben, photon cannon. Let's remember that. It's the way to pass the time. Time's ticking away. I do like my Dalek / Bill Bailey impression. It's pretty good. Speaking of which, Doctor Who, when are you going to come back? The double engineering bay has come down for Solfax right here, so we are obviously going to see a bio-orientated play, but that is possibly the best route to go against Protoss anyway. So, probably not bad plan at all, but it's down to discussion. It's not down to discussion. Bio's great, especially against Protoss. Bio's awesome. Bio's awesome. Here we go. At the moment we have the army from Philibert consisting of 2 Colossus and a Stalker, and we might actually see more Colossus than we see Stalkers. I mean, the Warp Gate research hasn't been started yet. Solfax knows that his opponent doesn't have an expansion yet, so he's going to be thinking to himself, what's going on, man? Why no expansion? But at this point in time, Solfax is looking good. Good to boogie, good to partay. Look at that! He's doing almost double the income. Wow, that's a lot. Let's see, are there any other fun buttons we can press? Resources. Oh, hello. Blimey, is that a drop? No. No way. Hang on a second. Hang on a sec. How the hell did these Colossus get here? Oh my god, it's War of the Worlds! And Butol is supplying the war with his Colossus. These Marines, they're utterly confused, as are I. As am I. Where the hell's the Warp Prism? I'm so confused. Butol here, doing a lovely surprise attack. What the hell? So, the Mystery Colossus are going to be chewing through the base of Mr. Butol here. And unfortunately, one of the Colossus is going to go down for him. But that doesn't stop the War of the Worlds-esque reign of terror. SCVs, oh no, we're not going to see SCVs versus Colossus. We are. Who's going to win? I dare say it's going to be the Colossus, but it might be close. It's not going to be close. The SCVs are going to all die and perish. The Colossus is just going to carry on melting away Marines and SCVs. And oh my goodness. Wow. I literally took my eyes off the screen for 20... No, not even that. Like 15 seconds and... Oh, there's Colossus in the base. How did that even happen? Like, what happened? Where the hell did those Colossus come from? What? Now we know that they were the actual... They're not like hack Colossus. They don't exist. Do they? Who knows? That was extreme. Solfax. Solfax has to be feeling a little bit rattled after that. It would not surprise me at all. But here we go. I think I called this cannon Bob or Phil or something, and he's still standing tall. Meanwhile, the expansion from Butol isn't actually saturated at all, but nevertheless, he's going to be feeling like... He's going to be feeling awesome! I expect this is where the Colossus came up, as Solfax knows it, but my god. My god, I just can't believe that I had no idea where the Colossus came from. Is he going to do it again? Oh, he is. He's going to do the cheeky maneuver. Here he goes. The Colossus going into the back, and oh, there's so many Marines there this time. Oh, no. No more War of the Worlds. It was nowhere near as effective as when the two Colossus randomly appeared by the mineral line. Oh, my god. Marines flooding in. They want to get nice and close as they can hit their target first of all. And Solfax has to be feeling slightly rattled about this whole situation. But he shouldn't be, because he's got 54 harvesters, whereas his opponent has 31. And has only just put them onto the mining line thing. Oh, Doc Gator is here. Doc Gator is here in the chat. Hello, Mr. Gator. Hello. Hello. Doc Gator is actually participating in the free-for-all stream, which I won't shut up about until people decide that they actually want to do it. Free-for-all stream on Thursday. Bring pie. Fantastic. So, Solfax, feeling cushy, he's going to go for another one. And here we go, we're going to see more War of the Worlds from Butol. He's going to be coming with the Colossus armed with their laser cannons, and he is going to be coming out and trying to do all sorts of damage. What's he going to do? The Marines are going to die pretty quickly, and actually using the cliff walking ability to great effect there, but he needs to micro this Colossus back lest it die. Solfax is just... God... Butol, he is going to be walking. He is going to be walking round the back. Oh no, this isn't good for Solfax. Oh man, not good at all. Who needs loads of Zealots and Stalkers and High Templars or whatever when you've got two Colossus? Who needs it? You can walk up here, you can come up here, you can do all sorts of cool stuff, man. Oh dear, Solfax losing a lot of Marines there, way more Marines than he should be, and actually these medvacs are really going to help, but in fact maybe Solfax should be producing some Vikings right now to shut down the Colossus. Not just yet. Poor Solfax is getting dominated. with a massive pole made out of iron. Oh dear. Don't you wish a Colossus would kind of just trip and fall off the edge? Wouldn't that just be like the most golden moment in StarCraft? I'd love it. But these Marines here, they are going to die very, very quickly indeed, and I don't think Solfax actually has a backup plan here. He really needs to start producing some Vikings. That would be a great idea. And oh no, the SCVs are trying to do a one-on-one with the Colossus again. But it's just not going to work. Actually, can that SCV take down the Colossus? No, he can't. He's dead. And Solfax is probably feeling relatively... Oh, Filler Boutal did the preemptive GG! What a dick! Oh no! Filler Boutal, you have crossed a line, and that line's name is preemptively GGing. Solfax going, lol, GG. Oh man, is this the end? Is this it? Can the SCVs take down the Colossus? Can they do it? No, probably not. What's going to happen? Solfax still has a base. He still has a base. The SCVs are just providing useful cannon fodder here. Actually, they're going after the Colossus. Can they do it? No, this Colossus has 44 kills. Here's an Executor now. He is loud and proud. Filler Boutal has actually kind of saturated this base, sort of, in his victory. Because obviously it's a victory, because he said GG. It has to be. That's the way StarCraft works, obviously. Nah. And here we go, we have the Vikings on the way for Solfax. And this will be bad freaking times. Or at least it will be for Filler Boutal, because he's relied thus far on his War of the World style tactics, with his Colossus running over everything. And Solfax is going to go, you know what, dude? I'm going to kick your ass, and I'm going to kick your ass with Vikings. Or at least he would be. But he cancelled them? And he's just rebuilding them. That's fine. Oh no, they're there! They're there, right. Okay, so, Mr. and Mrs. Viking, what are you going to do? You're going to go kill the Colossus. That's your plan. That's what you need to do. This guy has Immortals and Zealots in the top right. For some reason, he's got Stalkers up there. Is he going to expand up there now? I mean, is he? Is he? A Stargate on the way. Oh my god, do I want to see some carriers. Vikings coming in, and look at that range that Vikings possess. It's absolutely criminal. And they are going to be going and taking down the Colossus before it can do any sort of damage to these unsuspecting SCVs. Boom! Unless it fell on one of them and killed them. But, you know, that's not entirely likely, is it now? So Filler Boutal, he's thrown out the preemptive GG. He should have won, because obviously he did that. Sometimes I just get into games and I just GG straight away and other people leave. That's the way I roll. It's not the way I roll. And here we go, we have an attack coming up right now from Filler Boutal. Of course his opponent must be completely knackered and can't do anything because, you know, Filler Boutal's done a fairly decent amount of damage. Why not? He's killed quite a lot of stuff. In fact, let's look at that damage. Workers killed 46. Units killed 143. Look at the units lost tab. And take a note of the units lost right here. And actually, Filler Boutal, at the moment, in this respect, he's looking pretty good. But down here we have a major SimCity building, so many gateways, and this actually maybe makes me think that we are, in fact, going to see some sort of core units coming out from Filler Boutal. His warp gate research is finished as well, which is something that I thought would never happen, but it has happened, amazingly enough. And another expansion here. Oh, that's nice. From Mr. Boutal. And here we go. The warp gates are opening. The warp gates are opening. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And actually, Filler Boutal at the moment doesn't actually have that much stuff. That's his problem. He doesn't have that much stuff. He's queuing up Colossus. I mean, with how much Colossus he's queued there, he could probably make another robotics facility and build another Colossus at the same time. But that's fine. He's happy. He's happy. He's got the Stargate that isn't doing too much. That's fine as well. Obviously, it's absolutely groovy. Oh, my goodness. These Stalkers chilling, relaxing, maxing, relaxing. dear, oh dear. This is all spiralling out of control for Phil. Maybe he thinks he's won and he's settling down to a nice game of SimCity instead of actual StarCraft 2, perhaps. But I mean, Solfax here, he has the Vikings to deal with it. He has the Viking. And we have the Gravtic boosters coming out. Oh, there's an upgrade. Gravtic boosters. I can't remember which one they are, if they're for observers or war prisms. I don't know. It's observers. And actually, it makes observers go so much faster, and so many pro players actually love to get the Gravtic boosters upgrade, because it is actually a pretty good one. It really, really is pretty dang nice. Phil, he has his new base of operations down here in the bottom right, and actually, this is something that is pretty good for him, because Solfax has no idea that's there at all. You know, he's going to roll along, he's probably going to take out the main base of Phil, but then he's going to go, why aren't you surrendering, you bugger, you? And, oh, it's because there's another base in the bottom right, really? That's what's going to be going on. But we're settling into the macro phase of this game. And are we ready for it? I think we are. I think we are. And I actually wonder at the moment how many people are watching this on my new website. Oh, website, yay! I'm just wondering. I'm wondering. I wanted to succeed. Who knows? Phil looks like he's going to want to be coming out and trying to do some sort of crushing blow against Solfax, and he is going to be very, very upset when he comes to realise that Phoenix don't shoot ground units, and that in fact this Terran player has a lot of units. Uh-oh, a lot of Vikings too. That's like more than enough Vikings to completely negate. Oh, and a nice scan going down there by Solfax as well. Pretty much allowing him to see exactly what's going on, exactly where the units are for Butol. And just maybe now he's thinking to himself, God, I can just destroy this. I mean, come on. Come on. Come on. Blah, blah, blah. Ooh, yeah. Da, 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 da. Ooh, yeah. We have the pylon in the middle of the map there by Phil, and obviously going to be using that to warp in all of his crazy amount of units that he will definitely have pretty soon. And wow, look at these little floor fans here in Antigua Shipyard. Don't you think these look like really hazardous? Oh, and here we go. We have a massive engagement coming in here. These Colossus are going to die very, very quickly, but there are actually quite a lot of them on the field. And Solfax, his army is diminishing very, very quickly indeed. I think Solfax engaged fairly badly there. He just ran up the ramp, Marines first, and he is going to lose a lot of this stuff right there, but that's okay because Phil Butol, not completely on the ball, isn't going to run away straight away. Solfax has stopped too. If Phil Butol... Oh no, Solfax got a lot of Marauders right here, and Marauders, of course, have extra good, lovely heavy weapon versus Stalkers. Solfax doing the completely correct thing here and pumping Marauders because they're freaking awesome. But will it be enough? I don't know. That's a lot of Stalkers there. And actually, if Phil Butol pushed here, he could do some proper damage. But he isn't reinforcing properly, and he is just going to be pulling back instead. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, 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 yeah. Oh, Phil Butol. Oh, God, what an attractive name you have. With all of your four expansions and your 39 workers. Oh, Phil Butol. Oh, why don't you make me some garlic bread? Yeah, garlic bread, Phil Butol. With frog's legs. Delightful. Yes. Ooh, he's got another expansion as well. So Phil Butol, off the back of doing his successful attack, in which he just kind of traded, he has expanded twice. And Solfax, I mean, if Philibutol actually had workers, he'd be, you know, macroing very, very well here and, you know, ultimately destroying his opponent neath his mighty foot. But Solfax is going to be moving up the ramp right here, and this army looks good from Solfax. Really, really good. And actually, Philibutol not completely realizing what's going on until the last minute here, and these Terran units are going to clear up completely, and suddenly the pride and joy of Philibutol, the Nexus in the middle, is looking incredibly endangered indeed. Stalker's getting warped in and then destroyed completely instantly. Oh no, that is a bad day for them. Solfax feeling good about himself. Philibutol with 49 supply out of 170. Philip, you can bring it back. Philibutol, come on! You can do it, Sanjay. You can do it. You can do it. Put your back into it, maybe your ass if you feel like it. Oh, Philibutol got the production structures. He hasn't actually got that much money. So, Philibutol, he's in trouble. He is definitely in quite a bit of trouble here. I mean, should we look at his camera? Okay, Philibutol camera. Looking at the main base. Oh. Kind of just looking at his gateways. Is he okay? Is this mean? I think this might be mean what I'm doing here. I don't know. It could be pretty mean. I just kind of... Why? He's popped over there and warped in a zealot. But here we go. Let's look at the everyone cam, and uh-oh. Probes are going to be dying if Philibutol does not do something soon. Philibutol! Do something, dude! Your probes are all going to die otherwise! And you don't have that many! Oh no! Philibutol! Philibutol! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Nexus is going to go down. Bye, Nexus. Oh wow, but there's a push coming in right here in the front. The Zealots have charge. The Zealots have charge. Philibutol is not dead yet. Solfax is going to be racing back to come and try and deal with this crazy attack mounted by Philibutol. Philibutol! Oh man, so many Zealots, but the Marine and Marauder count completely ignoring all of the guys trying to attack them on the way, and they are pissed. They're going to go and do some Protoss killing of their very own in Philibutol's base. And actually, Solfax still has no idea that the vast majority of Philibutol's structures are down here in the bottom right. So it looks like he might be looking to go for an attack. Phil's only hotkey is a warp gates. Sweet. I always use W for my warp gates, but then again, I'm terrible with hotkeys, and people know that. People know that. Yeah. High plat, terrible with hotkeys. Yeah. Oh, Philibutol. Philly. Oh, lots of zealots coming in here. Oh, the Marine. Are the Terran army going to die? Is the Terran army going to die? Colossus on the flank. Oh no, run away, Colossus. Doesn't look like the Terran army is dead just yet. Philibutol will have to work on it a little bit more. Have to work on it a little bit more. More than that, Philip, Philly boy, DJ Philson. Oh no! Philibutol. Philibutol. Come on, Philibutol. Do something, dude. Do something. What's happening to your empire? You did a preemptive GG oh so long ago. And what's happened, man? What's happened? It's all spiraling horribly out of control for Philibutol. It's like when pottery goes wrong and you just can't control it. Oh dear. Solfax is going to be going to destroying the third base of Philibutol, and it's destroyed. Solfax then going to be heading supposedly up the ramp right here. A scan, sees the cannon, and is probably thinking, what the hell is actually going on here? I suppose Philo is kind of playing a bit like the Viet Cong. He's hidden. He's completely hidden himself. Maybe that's his tactic. Maybe that's his thing, what he does. It's true. There are a lot of SCVs there. Good point, chat. Good point. Whoa! And here we go. We have Solfax coming up and pushing up the ramp. And he does look like he is going to be potentially trying to win this game right here and now. But where is the stuff? Where's Philo Butol's stuff? Man, Philo Butol doing his stealthy Splinter Cell-esque thing in StarCraft 2. And now Solfax is kind of standing there like, what now? What now? What do I do now? Where's your base, dude? Where is it?
Mineral field depleted.
Oh, Philo Butol is going to go ahead and put down the Dark Shrine. He's had enough of this. He doesn't want to be pushed around in the playground anymore like a kid who doesn't have friends. I don't know. Oh, he doesn't want to be pushed around anymore. And he's going to put down the Dark Shrine and kick some ass with the DTs because they're really freaking awesome. And is Solfax going to finish it here and now with a drop? With a mighty drop that will come over said cliff and neath onto the ground and demolish everything in plain sight. No, I think Philo Butol's lost this one. He'd have to do something pretty special here. Can Bob the photon cannon get a kill? Can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it? Can you do it, Bob? I don't know if that was your name, it might have been Phil, but it sounds a bit too much like Philo Butol to be Phil. Can you get a kill, Mr. Photon Cannon? Can you do it, Bob? Get a kill, Bob! Come on, Bob! Oh, Bob doesn't get a kill. Oh, dear. And Solfax eliminating his opponent with prejudice. Dear, oh dear. I thought we were going to see a Doom drop, but you know what? We didn't see anything of the sort. Maybe Philo Butol is holding on so we can get some DTs up. Something just got warped in. I don't know where. Oh, it was DTs up here in the top base. Philo Butol is going to beat his opponent with DTs, and quite a lot of them too. Actually, 8 DTs on the field straight away right there. Nice scan by Solfax. Don't scan in the middle, scan the top left. That's groovy. Oh, man, Philo Butol is doing his damage. He's doing his damage. And the main base is just getting completely demolished here. Oh dear. Philo Butol's SimCity has been found. And unfortunately, completely run down. Meanwhile, the DTs are in the base for Solfax, and he's going to want to do something about this. Or just go ahead and kill the remaining buildings of Philo Butol. Louis. Oh man, scan coming down right there, but there's so many DTs there, and that's actually quite a scary thing indeed. That's gross. Look at that. Grim. And I'd like to say this is a base race, but it's really not. But Solfax doesn't actually know that this base is here just yet, and Philo Butol is determined to destroy his opponent. Absolutely determined. How many scans do we have for Solfax? 1 there. We've got like 3 there. So Solfax isn't exactly going to run out of scans anytime soon. And yeah, good old Philo Butol. Poor guy. Alright, there's the scan. It's down. And Solfax is going to be blasting away at the DTs right there. Nice micro. Running away. And here we go. We have the massive incursion. And oh no. Oh. Or are the DTs just going to get away? The DTs get away. They're doing a kind of a wacky racist sort of thing and getting away with no problems. But they're hindered. They're all in a place where they can't quite run. And no, that's a lot of dead DT. And is that it? Is that it? I mean, Philo Butol, he's still got something here. Oh, he's left. And he did actually GG when he left, because he GG'd like 10 minutes in. So there we go. He has manners. Yeah, he has manners. So let's go on to game number 4. Let's go on to game number 4. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is another game that involves Mr. Viper XK. Viper XK! Uh-huh! In the left-hand side of Antigua Shipyard today, we have our Red Protoss, who goes by the name of Maxayan. And I will just call him Max, because Maxayan seems like far too much effort, even though Philabdo didn't. In the left-hand side here, we have Viper XK, the old favourite, and we've actually seen a game from him already today. And that's good, so this is the second game from Viper. Yeah. Oh, wow, I got rid of the name panels. There we go, we'll bring those back. Bring them back. Ooh, yeah. So, what can we expect? What can we expect? Viper's Diamond. Yes, Viper is a Diamond player. And actually, Viper's Micro is some of the best Micro that is on Castit. No problem, buddy. I hope you have a good sleep and a good time and all of that good stuff. Don't forget to favourite. Don't forget to favourite. Ah! That'd be nice. I like it when people favourite. But who knows? We've missed a little bit of conversation here. Let's see. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Right. Investors, lol. Okay. Alright, maybe these guys are friends or something, because I have no idea what they're actually talking about. I'm pretty sure I've seen Maxon's name before. So, might have even cast this guy before back in the YouTube days. Back in the YouTube days. Back in the YouTube days. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So these players are quite obviously having a bit of a moan about how good Infestors are, and Infestors are very, very good. Even after the patch, Infestors are still very solid units indeed. They are. High Templars aren't that bad. Oh, right. Oh, he's saying it from a Terran's point of view. Oh, I can see where the hate for the High Templar could come from. At least it takes some skill. Yeah, that's fair enough. High Templar are brilliant. And here we do have a Diamond level game. Diamond level indeed. My fave. Oh, yeah. In fact, tomorrow daytime I will be casting gameplay. Casting gameplay, doing gameplay and trying to get into Diamond. That's the plan. Short man. Just need to raise the MMR. Raise it sky high. Are we on a... Yeah, we are. Cool. Sweet as a nut. Interestingly, our Protoss is going to be expanding, so both of them doing a very Diamond-esque Protoss and Terran level of things. They're going ahead and putting down bunkers on the top of a ramp, and of course that's very, very dangerous for Protoss to deal with. It's a hard thing indeed, simply because the Protoss units really, really struggle against the effectiveness of the Marines' rifle in the early stages of the game. So a bunker on top of the ramp is one way to kind of safeguard your life. The life safeguarded completely. Yes, I am talking absolute rubbish. That's what I'm doing. Talking rubbish. But one thing I will quickly say is that I really, really like the cross positions on Antigua Shipyard, because it allows for a kind of, you have to own the middle. Really, unless you take an extremely long way around, and don't allow your opponent to see what you're doing. Of course, this does not apply to drops or anything like that. In fact, I'm just going to get a little bit comfortable. Oh, yeah, put the legs up. That's right. It's the only way to cast, baby. It's the only way to cast. Okay. Stim coming out for Viper XK now, of course, a vital component of the Terran army, and no doubt he'll be doing some delightful bio-orientated play. no doubts at all, because, well, it's a great play to do against Protoss. It's absolutely fantastic, really, especially if you have quite a lot of Marauders. Anyway, because Marauders are freaking brilliant units. They really are that good. But it looks like Maxon is going to be going out and dipping his toes first of all with the robotics facility. It's a more common opener than going ahead and getting a Twilight Council and Templar Archives first, as it is generally known to be a little bit safer. You know, if Maxon scouts Viper XK coming across the map with lots of Marauders, he can very, very easily pump out quite a few Immortals and just help do away with those nasty, nasty Marauders. But Viper XK is going to be moving across the map right now with these Marines and going to try and do some damage against Maxon's army. And actually, Maxon does have quite a few, well, he's got 2 sentries here, and that should be enough to block off this ramp at least halfway. And by the time Viper gets there, he might have more energy. In which case, Viper might be in trouble if Maxon can get the required force fields off. An Observer coming out, which of course will help how well Maxon can prepare for this. So he sees the Marines coming, his units are selected, he's ready to go. But he's not going to be going ahead and containing them at the ramp. In fact, Viper XK has called off his push completely. Perhaps he's seen the Observer. That's a very likely thing indeed, because he's actually following it along. So there's Viper showing a little bit of kind of initiative and being able just to see the Observer go, actually I'm not going to attack now because Maxon's going to be properly expecting it. I'm going to run up the ramp and lose everything if I attack. So obviously Viper using his noggin a little bit there and making sure not to do anything drastically stupid. So there you go. Ooh, itchy. Yeah, that's right. Saw that out. Viper XK's army is getting quite sizable now. He's got the medvacs as well. That means this Terran army does not take any... how can I say this? Does not take any shit. That's probably the best way to put it. And it would greatly surprise me if we didn't see a drop from Viper coming out, because Viper is one of these guys who loves his drops. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But here we go. Here is the 10-minute drop from the Terran, and actually he's going to do it in a way where Maxon doesn't know it's coming, which is even more effective. And it would not surprise me if Viper's going to push in the front at the same time as dropping the back. It's a common maneuver, but we'll just have to see. And actually, Viper doing a lot of damage here, getting away with another stim as well. And look at all the probes exploding. Oh man, Viper has to be really, really happy with how much damage he's just managed to do. And carries on, he's actually going to be able to snipe one of these pylons as well. And that's a great amount of damage. He's just killed 18 workers in one go. That's great. Viper again couldn't be asking for a better start to a game. Really, really nice. Good stuff. Alright, and a double-pronged drop coming up, or should we say like a triple-pronged drop coming up right now, with Viper coming in the back right here with Marines and Marauders going to be dropping in the mineral and doing all sorts of damage, and will actually keep the workers killed tab up for now as well, just to quickly see exactly how many workers are going to be killed. Meanwhile, there is another drop in the main as well, taking out these pylons as well, supply blocking Maxon, which of course is very, very uncomfortable indeed. Another drop coming into the natural expansion here of Maxon, and Maxon looks like he's going to be keeping his army here, which is going to turn out to be a rather large mistake. So there are a load of Marine Marauders here. Uh-oh. Oh man, so Viper is working the drops right now. And needs to get away before this Colossus can do any more damage, but another drop in the main. And this is a classic back and forth drop play by Viper, and he's just disassembling his opponent completely. There are Marines in the base for Maxon, and the drop play by Viper once again is actually pretty dang phenomenal. And wow, Maxon comes up the ramp here and tries to destroy his gateway a little bit there, and Maxon is in trouble now. He is. There's no other way you can say it. But really, I just think Maxon should be going and doing some pushing and try to do as much damage as he possibly can right now. That is one way that Protoss can circumvent damage like this. If Terran wants to play around in their base with drops, let them. take that tier 3 tech, take sentries, immortals, everything you've got, and go try and push into their base. It's a great thing to do. Absolutely fantastic. And if you look at the main armies of our two players here, Maxon and Viper XK, Maxon has a really, really huge army compared to XK. And I just, like, Viper XK doesn't even have any Vikings out yet. He's just producing them now. So if he'd pushed a little while ago, which he's actually going to be going ahead and doing now, Maxon would be having a super fun, happy time indeed. But the drops carry on right here from Viper XK, and they do look like they're just going to be going ahead and carrying on being dropped onto all the time. Really, really nasty. Medvac's probably going to get away. But Maxon just should have probably gone about 5 minutes ago to go and try and tackle this ball from Viper XK. And he could have probably had something, he could have probably got something done here. But Viper XK knows that the army isn't in the base anymore. He knows that a strike is pretty much imminent from Maxon. And Maxon almost engaging terribly there with Stalkers first, but managing to pull it back at the last minute. These Zealots do not have charge either, which of course is not ideal, but the amount that Maxon has been harassed here is just phenomenal. It's large. I think maybe Maxon hoping that he can catch Viper XK in one of these chokes here, but Viper is probably going to be on his lookout for that kind of thing, and here we go. We do have force fields stopping the Marines from getting away. Actually, very good force fields, but the Viking count is way too high, and the Colossus crumble and die so quickly. If only Maxon had gone and done this push a little bit sooner, he might have been a little bit more fortunate with it. And actually, those are really nice force fields, end to end, virtually no overlapping apart from that little one there. And Viper XK almost been taken by surprise here at the ferocity of the attack from Maxon, but it just won't be enough. Viper XK is still going to have the production to kind of come back from this, and Maxon is forced to retreat, and that's something that he does not want to be doing, because at the moment he is very heavily all in. He's not producing any more probes. He's massively behind in it. He needs this attack to work, and unfortunately it just will not, because there are far too many medvacs on the field. And that is probably going to be all she wrote for Maxon. And there we go. Called it. Maxon GG's and leaves the game. So that is the end of that chapter. That's the end of that chapter, indeed. Groovy. Doesn't actually look like I've got my legs up, like, up. Hang on. Look. Where are we? It's great, that, isn't it? Fantastic. My favourite. Yeah. I'm so comfy. GG. Alright, so let's move it on into game number 5. I think it's number 5 now. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. It's Dose and Fate. It's Dose and Fate. Dose and Fate. Dose and Fate. Dose and Fate. Right, here we are. I think Dose and Fate's actually in the chat. Is Dose and Fate in the chat? I don't know. Yeah. Dose and Fate. Oh, with the love. Good luck, heart. Oh, that's fantastic. Nizzle on that. Oh, man, we've got a gangster in the house by the name of Nizzle on that in the top right-hand corner, who is our red Protoss. Oh, yeah. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our blue Protoss called Dose and Fate, so it's going to be another PvP. And PvP is a matchup that I've started to love recently. I really, really, really like it. Overlay indeed. Oh, man. Oh, itchy nose. Let's do the overlay. Let's do the overlay grooviness. And actually, I'm probably going to sit around for this one. Yeah. Come on, then. Oh, me old bones. Right, so what's going on? That is a pylon or something, and Nizzle on that. He's going to make Dose and Fate Nizzle on that. Nizzle for shizzle, and Rizzle for Nizzle. Uh-oh. So, Dose and Fate What's going to happen? Oh man, it's like extreme proxy gateways. E.g. Dawson Fett. What's going to happen? Oh man, he's not going to see it either. This could be a difficult situation for Dawson Fett. Indeed. In fact, it's very rarely that you'll see this kind of thing happening at all. But I'm nevertheless extremely interested to see what exactly is going to happen here and how Dawson Fett is going to deal with what is going on. Of course, at current, he doesn't know what's going on. But he's going to come into the base here and go, oh crap, there's absolutely nothing in the base. So we'll switch to Dawson Fett Cam. This is Dawson Fett Cam, and I want to see how he reacts to this problem. He's going around, he's panning back and forth, and he goes, okay, Nexus, do the old kind of line technique, and scout my base. See, he went and scouted his base straight away there. Good stuff. Awesome. Of course, an absolutely great response. And this is not good. The Zealot has just finished for Nizzle on that, and he's probably going to go straight for the pylons. Is he? No, he's going to go straight for the gateway, but that's no problem at all. The 2 chrono boosts landed down onto these gateways as well, and this is really, really dangerous territory right here for Dawson Fett. He does have quite a lot of probes, and that will give him an edge to a certain degree, pulling off about half of them. Great stuff indeed. And of course, all he needs in a one-on-one Zealot fight is a few zaps from a probe to make it go his way. But currently, he's using finesse, and that is absolutely what he needs to do. Maybe Dawson Fett could go with building some more gateways or something, but at the moment he's using his probes to a really, really good degree to try and stop this from happening to his base. Another Zealot comes out, and actually it's 2 Zealots alive right here, but this is still not good at all. Dawson Fett cannot be feeling happy about this. Oh man. Oh Deirdre, this ain't good at all. And actually, Dawson Fett managing surprisingly well on 1 gateway here against a 2 gateway wielding adversary. Oh, and the Stalker's out. This marks the end. This marks the end, and I think Nizzle on that probably knows it as well. Simply because Stalkers can kite Zealots, and that is pretty much it. As long as Dawson Fett stays on top of his micro right here, he can't lose. He can't lose, and that is going to be it. And actually, a fairly... I suppose it's going to be really disappointing, especially if the second Stalker gets out as well. Oh dear. So Nizzle on that cannot be feeling too happy about this at all. He doesn't even make an attempt to build a cybernetics core anywhere, which is really quite upsetting to see that the level of people who play StarCraft has gone down so suddenly. And this is one of these times where you just think, why haven't they given up yet? Why isn't the guy with the easily kiteable units just given up yet? That's what I kind of want to know. There's still no attempt to build a cybernetics core here in the base of Nizzle on that. And the cheese, well, it hasn't worked because, I mean, Dawson Fett is just going to be doing his StarCraft Masters level micro now. And just moving around and, you know, avoiding being killed by these Zealots. Because Stalkers are faster than Zealots in the first place as well. Surely this is going to be over soon. Tell you what, let's make it more epic. Let's, yeah, do some of this. Oh yeah. Oh, time. So, have you guys seen any good movies lately? Like Skyfall, maybe? Skyfall's really good. Or at least from a British person's perspective, it's pretty good. Ooh, I watched Goldfinger the other day while we're talking about Bond films, or at least while I'm talking about Bond films. Goldfinger's a great Bond film. There's the bass. There's the best theme tune. It's sick. Yeah. Alright, so let's bring the panel back up now and kind of relax on into this game. And we're going to see how Nizzle on that is going to bring it around town. Bring it around town and feast his victory nerves into Boogie Town. Oh yeah. Makes very little sense, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine, of course. Things don't have to make sense in a game like this. Just what's going through Nizlam's brain right now? There's another stalker coming out. It's... Oh. Interesting. It's very interesting. Oh, hello. I nearly stopped observing what was happening there for a second. Good luck, have fun from Nizla. Nice. At least he's got a sense of humour. Right, so Nizlam that doing a pretty pathetic cheese, really. Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. Oh, I nearly clicked my hotkeys button instead. So eager to move on to that next game. I just simply cannot wait. Can't wait. Really? Okay. Here we go. Alright. Okay. Here we go. Here's game number 6 of today. Game number 6. Supremacy. In the top left-hand corner, right-hand corner today, we have V Hazard. V Hazard could be called The Hazard, because he's damn hazardous. He's so hazardous, in fact, that it's almost scary. The Hazard. In the bottom left-hand corner today, we have Nexaz. So it's going to be a ZVZ. And actually, a ZVZ is something I haven't cast for a reasonably long time. I will be calling the stream after this as well, because I am littered. And yeah, it's taken it out of me a bit, really. This is actually a map you don't see all too often, which is Tal'Darim Altar. Tal'Darim Altar, really big map as well, yeah. Really, actually huge map. ZVZ. I wonder if Doc Gator is still online. Slash around. I wonder if it's Doc Gator who is about a boot. Hey, he's kicking around. I believe you might be the only person on stream. Ali. That's right, I know your name. Yeah. Oh man, so we'll have to call it after this one because everyone's gone. Don't know why. Is it me you're looking for? Over here, over there. Up some stairs. Ooh yeah. So both players are going to be taking their natural expansions pretty dang quickly. So that's all pretty good, well and good. Of course. Of course, DVZ is a game of seconds rather than a game of minutes. Ali, do you want to play some 2v2s after this? That is the question. That's what I want to know. Do you want to do that? Is that what you desire? Do you desire that? I kind of desire that. I want to play some games. Talking about StarCraft and playing StarCraft are just two completely different things. Yeah. Haven't been laddering much. Should be fun. Alright, well let's just crack-a-lack on and give it the best shot we can for this delight that is a ZVZ on Tal'Darim Altar. No, yes, Tal'Darim. Oh man, Brutal. Brutal epic doom death. When we play Ali, I'm going to play Zerg as well. Zerg. Why aren't you in the mood for it? Why aren't you in the mood? Aren't you in the mood? Why not? What went wrong? What's happened? Has someone been hitting you? Who's been hitting you, Ali? I'm playing the campaign and Mass Effect. Oh, give me a break. Oh, Mass Effect! All of the characters wear wetsuits! Ah! I love wetsuits! They're my favourite! Right, wetsuit. Da-da-da-da! Okay, alright, there we go. And... there you go. There you go. That is what an average character in Mass Effect looks like. So enjoy. Enjoy my massive link. It is true. Yeah, it is true. God damn it. What do you mean your father has been beating you? Has your dad been beating you at StarCraft? Is that true? Has that happened? I mean, would it surprise me? Ali's dad, pro StarCraft player. It has a ring to it, dude. Not gonna lie. I didn't pressure you into shit. Ah, whatever. Whatever. Let's get on and cast this mother trucker. Both players have roaches currently. Of course, roaches, as I've mentioned previously, great way to transition. But one of them is going for a spire. So, interesting dynamic in this era team game is that we're going to, well, 1v1 even, is that we're going to see, one guy get a spire and no one else is going to have air superiority the entire game. And actually in Zerg v Zerg this is a fairly massive revelation, as Zerg players like to put overlords all over the map. I'm not sure these guys do. Oh yeah, they do. All over the map to basically give them vision. Now if Nexaz can go ahead and give us... get air units, then he is going to really mess up V-Hazard if he gets hold of some of those overlords. That's going to happen. We have the Glail Reconstitution come down for V-Hazard right now, and of course that's always a freaking good thing, because it makes the movement speed of roaches so much more, and as they stand they're quite a slow group of guys, the roaches, so anything to bolster that speed is always appreciated. Fungal growth coming down as well on the infestation pit, meaning we're going to see some infestor play, man. We're going to see some infestor play. Meanwhile, Nexaz going ahead and getting some corruptors as well, so maybe we're going to see a fairly swift transition into broodlords, but there's no infestation pit coming down just yet, so we're just going to have to see, really, what goes down. I mean, the thing is, Nexaz, he's getting corruptors. I'm not sure why he hasn't actually scouted his opponent's tech. He doesn't know what he's getting. And if he had, he'd know that V-Hazard doesn't actually have a spire yet. He's going ahead and going into his hive, but that could be for different reasons, like maybe to get adrenal glands. V-Hazard doesn't actually have an evolution chamber yet either. In fact, I don't think either player does. No, neither of them do. I don't know who I prefer at the moment for this. I just don't know. I'm genuinely thinking that actually these guys might be of a slightly lower level. There's been very little aggression going on, far less aggression than you'd expect out of a ZVZ. Far less. I mean, especially at the 13-minute mark, let's have a look at units killed. There's only been 14 units killed the entire game, so it's not the adrenaline-packed craziness that you might usually see in a ZVZ. Nexaz, he does have 6. Yay, 6 Mutalisks on the field right now, and actually I'm almost definitely sure he's just going to go for some Broodlords really quickly. That's what he's doing. That's what the Corruptors are waiting there for. He hasn't scouted his opponent. Why else would he have Corruptors like this just sitting there? And here we go, we have the first amount of battle right there. Lovely fungal growth going down on those roaches from Nexaz. And actually the only thing that is going to be standing in the way right now is the Mutalisks, which need fungal growthing, but aren't going to get it. And they're just going to be able to clean up this whole attack, left completely alone. Hydralisks on the way will be able to take out some of the Mutalisks, but unfortunately the Hydralisks are going after the Corruptors instead. And V-Hazard gets away. Nexus lost quite a lot of stuff there. He really did. And meanwhile the lair is still transmogrifying into a hive. Oh, yes. Adrenal glands. Adrenal glands coming down. And for those of you who don't know what adrenal glands is it is 20% plus Zergling attack speed. And that is awesome. So it increases their DPS by a 1/5. That's awesome. That's really good. It's good stuff. It's a great upgrade. But, I mean, V-Hazard at the moment doesn't actually have any upgrades. He's got his weapon upgrades on the way, but he's going to need a little bit more than that. But he's definitely getting the right units, what with the Hydralisks on the field. Meanwhile, we do have the Mutalisk being a little bit of a pain in the arse here around the edge, kind of eating the pudding where it is most cold. Almost warm even. You don't want cold pudding, unless it's a cheesecake or an ice cream. Oh, cheesecake, dude. Cheesecake's so good. But yeah, welcome to the chat, Nicky boy. Welcome to the chat. And these Mutalisks are just going to get sneezed on and die. Oh, so quickly. Oh, so quickly indeed. Poor Mutalisks. Goodness me. But how's it going, Nexaz? Going for those Swift Broodlords. He's getting... this is weird. Getting his Greater Spire on the way. The kind of throbbing motion here from the underneath of the spire is a bit disgusting, really. And actually, may I ask, Nicky boy, are you on the EU servers? Would you like to play some 3v3s after this with me and Doc Gator? That might be fun. We could do that if you're on the EU servers. Of course, if you have half the swarm, that doesn't matter. But you were invited. That's a lot of Broodlords. Oh no, that's a lot of Broodlords. V-Hazard is probably going to see this and go, oh crap, that's a lot of Broodlords, because you know what? It is. And here they are. These things are going to make the game extremely difficult for V-Hazard going forward, because his army isn't really going to be going forward in any degree, because the way that Broodlings work, they stop the enemy army from advancing more than anything as well. Here we go. V has in a little bit of trouble here, as his opponent has actually reached tier 3 units far before him. Oh man, Spire from V-Hazard coming down. I expect that's to get Mutalisks or Corruptors in order to take care of this Broodlord count here. And that's a lot of Broodlords, but as we've seen with how long it took Nexaz to get his Greater Spire up, it's not going to be an easy thing to do at all. But actually, V-Hazard has done really well at clearing up the ground units of Nexaz here. The Zerglings, Hydralisks and Roaches have all done very well whilst being fired at by Broodlords. And is VHazard going to be able to move forward and just take out the Broodlords? Is this going to happen? I don't think so, because there are so many Broodlords left. VHazard's just going to have to go home, unfortunately. And VHazard is in a lot of trouble right now. A lot of trouble. That's exactly what VHazard is in. Because Broodlords are just... they're one of these units that's just freaking great. And I've just noticed something, and I will talk about it at the end of the game. I've just noticed something pretty cool, actually. You'll see what it is. You'll see what it is at the end of the game when I point it out. And I think this is the end, really. I really do. I just don't know what VHazard's going to do here in order to stop getting completely munched on by broodlings. I mean, he's cleared up the ground army of Nexaz, okay, that's fine, but he just needs to do something about these broodlords. He really does, otherwise the game is just going to be over so damn quickly for him. I mean, maybe, no, the Hydralisks are all going down. More Hydralisks are going to be coming out, but actually Broodlord's being morphed on field as well. Oh man, poor VHazard. Poor VHazard indeed. Goddamn Broodlords are an excellent unit. Oh, that one doesn't quite get away, unfortunately. This Mutalisk is actually going to be able to slowly clear up these Broodlords, but how long is it going to take? It's going to take quite a while. This Broodlord here is a Ravager at the moment, and oh my goodness, so many Corruptors and Broodlords just going to be sweeping over the base of VHazard right now, and I am almost certain that this is going to be the end. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. A little bit of Adele right there. Bet you're happy. GG from VHazard. Oh, GG from VHazard. Well, that was a pretty one-sided kind of thing. And there you have it. So, right. If you want to come and play team game, Nicky Boy, and you're on the EU server, please feel free to. I would like that. It would be fun. Me and Doc Gator are going to go and do that. If not, don't worry, that's fine. I think this is going to be it. So, oh, he's not on EU. Dang. Do you have hots? Do you have hots? Do you have hots? Ooh, we could do beta. But then again, you can't do team games on the beta yet, I don't think. How annoying. That's okay. No worries there. Well, I'm glad. I hope that people had a nice time in this stream. I hope it was all fun and good and groovy and all of that brilliant stuff. And this is it. This is the last one until after Christmas. I'm doing gameplay streaming tomorrow. I'm doing hopefully a big free-for-all with all the guys from Castit on Thursday, so please make sure you tune in for that. favourite if you haven't already, if you're watching this in the archive. Go to www.archonesports.co.uk for almost daily updates, and have a lot of fun. And thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas. And yeah. See you around, guys.